Hi, I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Music Theory tuition series where I work with you step by step through the ABRSM Discovering Music Theory grades. I'll work through every single exercise and explain everything you need to know. You can access information about the books I have available to help you on my website. Go to sharonbill.com. For advert-free and longer lessons, you can become a patron at patreon.com/SharonBill. If you can give me a like, that would be super, and please do subscribe to my channel to stay updated. You can support this channel by buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/SharonBill. Continuing with Grade 5, Discovering Music Theory, we move on to page 8 and we get some revision on the various time signatures that we've been using and different time signatures, grouping of notes and so on. And so we revisit what we did on page 5, exercise 5, with the irregular time signatures, but now we get all the different time signatures that we've covered previously as well. And so just remembering how in the previous exercise I kind of just sort of worked out the note values, the time values, I would suggest that you use this as a little bit of a revision exercise. So have a go on your own if you feel able to do so, or maybe work through the first one or two with me, and then as soon as you feel comfortable, do press pause and have a go on your own. Always work in pencil. It doesn't matter if you go wrong, you can always just erase it out. And as I always say, I know I do, you will learn better by making some mistakes. That's okay. It's okay to make some mistakes. So let's have a go at exercise 9. So we need to count 3 crotchet beats in a bar. Each exercise begins on the first beat of the bar and ends with a complete bar. So we could count through and we should end up with the correct bar at the end. If we get a little bit lost in the middle, what you can do is count backwards just to double check yourself. And if you end up with an incomplete bar at the end, you know something's gone awry earlier on, and then you can track it backwards. I would just annotate your little music here by just sort of scribbling out your time values and just working out your maths as you go. So let's have a go. We're looking for 3 crotchet beats per bar. So we're looking for groups of crotchet beats. Now remember, a triplet is 3 in the time of 2. That's 2 quavers in the time. So here we've got 3 quavers in the time of 2, and 2 quaver beats is 1 crotchet. So there's our 1 crotchet beat, and that's why it's all beamed together. Of course, this crotchet is a crotchet beat. And then the dot is half as much again. Half of a crotchet is a quaver. So a quaver plus a quaver, there's our crotchet beat. So 1, 2, 3. So there's our first bar line. And now we're coming to this group of 5, which we know is to be played in the time of 4. So 5 beats in the time of 4. So 4 of the same time value gives us 4 semiquavers, which we know is 1 crotchet, and that's why they're all beamed together. And then here, just to kind of spell out the maths, here's a crotchet beat. Let's divide it into quarters. That would be semiquavers. So we have a quaver, which is half of a beat. Half of that is a semiquaver's worth, a quarter of a beat, and then here's a semiquaver, the final quarter, and we can tell we've got 3 quarters. And then here is a crotchet beat. So 1, 2, 3, that's our next bar line. And then we have a quaver beat rest. Don't forget to include rests. And a quaver note gives us a crotchet beat. 2 quavers gives us a crotchet. And then here we have a 6, a group of 6, which again is just in the time of 4, which we know is a crotchet. So there's a crotchet beat, and that's why it's all beamed together. So 1, 2, 3. So there's our bar line. And so this final bar should be correct. A quaver and a quaver is a crotchet. 1, 2, 3. That's correct. Smiley face. And carrying on, again, we've got 3 crotchet beats in a bar again. So we know that a minim is worth 2 crotchets. And then quaver, quaver, there's another crotchet, so there's our bar line. Crotchet, there's 1 beat. Quaver, quaver is a crotchet. 5 in the time of 4, there's another crotchet beat. 1, 2, 3, there's our bar line. And then carrying on, half and a half, 2 quavers equals a crotchet, crotchet. Now there's a quaver and there's a quaver beat, so together there's another crotchet beat. And so there's a bar line. Here we have a group of 6, 6 in the time of 4, so 6 semi-quavers in the time of 4 semi-quavers is 1 crotchet, so there's a crotchet beat, there, 1, 2, 3, bar line, and then that should be correct. A minim divides into 2 crotchets and there's a crotchet beat rest. Correct. There we go. We know we're correct now. Pressing on. So exercise C. So we have to count 3 quaver beats now. We're counting in units of quaver beats. So we know that 2 semi-quavers is a quaver. 2 semi-quavers is a quaver. And then 4 demi-semis is in the time of, so these 6 in the time of 4, just jumping ahead there with my maths. And just as a little reminder, I just grab a little piece of paper, we know that of demi-semis, so 2 demi-semis equals a semi, 2 demi-semis equals a semi, 2 semis equals a quaver. So we know that 4 demi-semis is 1 quaver beat. So here we have a quaver beat. So 1, 2, 3, there's our bar line. Here's a quaver. 2 semi-quavers is a quaver. 2 semi-quavers equivalent to a quaver. So 1, 2, 3, there's the bar line. We have a quaver here. And then we have 5 demi-semis in the time of 4. There we go. Oh, there we go. That's it. I'm trying to draw 3 lines. Which we know is a quaver. And then 2 semis is a quaver. So there. Now that was the hard way of doing it. And just to finish, a crotchet divides into 2 quavers. And there's our final quaver. So we know we've done the maths right and we've made sure by counting everything. But if you remember, in 3/8, the time signature allows us to group everything together. That's one of the exceptions to the rule of grouping. We can see it's kind of subdivided a little bit to help show the distinctions when there's, you know, lots of demi-semis and things going on. But you can see there's 1 bar, there's another bar, there's another bar. We beam the whole bar together. Let's continue. So now we're counting in minim beats. We need 4 minim beats per bar. So we have 1, 2. Now we have 5 crotchets in the time of 4 crotchets. And 4 crotchets, well, we know 2 crotchets is a minim, 2 crotchets is a minim. So 1, 2, 3, 4, there is our bar line. And then we have 1 minim beat there. Now we've got a minim beat here, and then half as much again is kind of like a crotchet beat's worth, and there's a crotchet. So the dot and the next note give us the next minim beat. So beat 1, beat 2, beat 3, that's the last part of beat 3. And then here we get 6 in the time of 4, and this is 6 quavers in the time of 4 quavers. 2 quavers equals a crotchet, 2 quavers equals a crotchet, 2 crotchet is a minim. So there is our minim beat, 1, 2, 3, 4, bar line. And that should leave us with 1, 2, 3 and a minim beat rest, 4. That's correct. Let's look at this final exercise for exercise 9. This time signature, if you remember, this is the ABRSM time signature. It's sometimes referred to as split common time, and it means 2/2. And I know that mathematically that adds up to the same as 4/4, but let's just quickly take a moment to think about that. 2/2 and 4/4 are mathematically the same, but they're counted differently because that is duple time, 2 beats in a bar, and this is quadruple time, 4 beats in a bar, 1, 2, 3, 4. And so if we had 4 crotchets in minim time, we'd count it 1 and 2, and there'd be 2 accents, sort of 2 beats as it were. And here, if there were 2 minims, instead of counting 1, 2, you'd count 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a very different musical effect, but for mathematical purposes it does work out the same. However, we'll count in minim beats as that's what the time signature asks. So a crotchet and a crotchet is a minim. So there's 1. And then quaver, quaver equals crotchet, quaver, quaver equals crotchet. And 2 crotchets gives us our minim. So beat 1, beat 2. So there's our bar line. Now we have a triplet coming up, and that means 3 minim beats in the time of 2 minim beats. And so there's our bar full up already. So that's that one. And then we have here a crotchet and a crotchet gives us a minim beat. So there's beat 1. And then we have 5 quavers in the time of 4 quavers, which we know from earlier gives us a minim beat. And so there's beat 1, there's beat 2, that's our bar line. So we should have 2 minim beats. So just working backwards, there's a minim beat rest. There's a crotchet. Now if we just count this as a crotchet, we've got half a beat there plus the quarter gives us 3 quarters. There's the remaining quarter. So all of that gives us a crotchet beat, and 2 crotchets is a minim. So there's beat 1, beat 2. So we're correct there. Let's press on to exercise 10. So now we're going to look at all the time signatures that we've learned so far. Now just be careful because the top number tells us how many beats, the bottom number tells us what type of beat, but we have to extend that thinking a little bit further when we come into compound time. That does not mean there are 12 beats in a bar. We've just got to take the thinking a stage further. So maybe just test yourself, have a go. Let's see what comes to mind. It's always better to kind of really force your brain to think. You will remember it much more thoroughly that way. And so I'm hoping you've had a go at that. So let's try it together now. So 5/4, we're in crotchet beats. And there are 5 crotchet beats per bar, so everything as it initially seems. Here we're counting in quaver beats, and there are 7 quaver beats per bar, exactly as the time signature kind of plainly says. But now we're in dotted quaver beats. There are not 12 dotted quaver beats per bar. This is quadruple time, where we have dotted quaver beats, and that divides into 3 semi-quaver beats. So we have 1, 2, 3. That's our 16 because we're counting in semi-quaver. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All grouped in 3s because we compound time. And that means we get 4 groups of 3 or 4 dotted quaver beats per bar. It's actually 4 beats per bar there. And we have to extend our thinking in a similar way here. In 6/8, we're counting dotted crotchet beats per bar. We're not counting literally quaver beats per bar. So we start off counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's exactly as the time signature said, but each of those is a group of 3, which gives us a dotted crotchet beat. We have 2 groups and so there are 2 dotted crochet beats per bar. 6/8 is in duple time. There aren't actually 6 beats per bar. There are 2 main beats per bar. Now in 3/2 it's exactly as we expect. 1, 2, 3. Because if you remember, just as a little aside, we did discuss this in a previous lesson where although mathematically it's the same as 6/4, 6/4 is compound time and it's 2 groups of 3 crochet beats. Just as 6/8 is 2 groups, 6/4 is also 2 groups, and that's compound time, whereas here we're in simple time and literally 3/2 means that there are 3 minim beats per bar, triple time. And that's that page completed. I hope this is helpful to your studies. Please do like and subscribe to stay updated. If you'd like to support this channel, you can buy me a coffee, and for advert-free lessons, you can become a patron. Do visit my website where you'll find many resources available to help you. Visit sharonbill.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.